Kingdom of Quel'Thalas, ancient home of the Blood Elves, place of majesty and mystery. Famous for its unfading woods, splendid estates, endless repair work, and glorious king. But wait, where's the king? Where's the king? Are you the king? No, you're Lord Regent. But since you are the regent, there must be a king, right? Well, there's none. Which raises the question, why does the Kingdom of Quel'Thalas has no king? Quite unsurprisingly, this wasn't the case for most of the kingdom's existence. The first king of Quel'Thalas was Dathremar Sunstrider, who led Highborn after the banishment to the far land of Eastern Kingdoms, where they found a new realm. From that point on, the Sunstrider family was the sole ruling dynasty of Quel'Thalas for almost 7,000 years. But all great things must come to an end, and as with many elven societies, it involves a magic well. Seriously, when will we stop making those things? They fun and cool until something bad happens and almost everyone dies. But that's a topic for another day. During the Third War, Quel'Thalas experienced an invasion at the hands of the Scourge that planned to use their Sunwell to revive Kel'Thuzad. High Elves had to defend their homeland, and it went extremely well, for the Scourge at least. This catastrophic event left Kingdom in ruins, and 90% of its population in a state of being dead. This included King Astarion and all of the Sunstrider family. All except one. Prince Kel'Thas was in Dalaran when the invasion took place, which made him the only surviving royal. Upon returning to Quel'Thalas, what was left of it, he took on the duty of leading his people, but declared his father Astarion to be the last king, which was a nice way to pay him respect. In reality, Kel remained a leader with just as much power, but a less fancy title. You would think that after that point, there was a bright future for Quel'Thalas and its royal family. And it was, until a certain point. In pursuit of finding a cure for magic addiction, Kel'Thas made a deal with Kil'jaeden and allied with the Burning Legion, because deals with demons never lead to bad consequences. This didn't work out for him, and after he was killed, revived, and killed again, the Kingdom of Quel'Thalas was, for the first time, left without a royal of any kind leading it. Following this, Lord Thematharon took role of the regent, which he holds to this day. Understanding how rule of kings in Quel'Thalas came to an end is important, but not the final answer. Because knowing how the king died doesn't explain why they didn't pick the new one. Lord Themat's title of Regent Lord kinda suggests that he is only a temporary leader, and will remain so until he finds a worthy person to crown. So what about the succession? Since Kel'Thas didn't leave any children, there's no elf from Sunstrider family to claim the throne. Lord Thamar is the most obvious candidate to become the new king, since he already holds the power over the realm. But he consciously refuses to start his own dynasty, possibly out of respect for Kel'Thas's wish to leave his father as the last king. Even though the proper restoration of monarchy in the near future is unlikely, there was one attempt at taking the crown. Leandra Sunstrider was a distant relative of King Astarion, and even though she bore the Sunstrider name, her branch of family had no claim to the throne. Thus she decided to create one by retrieving Philomelon, ancient runeblade lost by Kel'Thas during the final battle with Lich King near the Frozen Throne. Leandra traveled to Northrend and started searching for magical relic. She did eventually find it in the afterlife as a necromancer of the Scourge, which practically destroyed her chances of becoming Queen of Quel'Thalas, since being alive was a very important part of it. In the end, she was stripped of Runeblade and her life by the hero Firemage during the third invasion of the Burning Legion. Currently, there is no prominent person with intention to claim the throne. However, as history shows, blood elves tend to depart into afterlife adventures pretty often and usually unexpected to them. So what will happen if the current ruler, Lothar Throne, does just that? This crucial political question has no answer, and will likely either be decided at the very last moment or resolved by itself when the time comes. It is possible that Grand Magister Roma or Halduron Brightwing will come into power, since they are two of most high-ranking and influential people in the kingdom. Aside those speculations, there is no clear answer as to who will lead the Kingdom of Quel'Thalas after Lothar Throne, and will the monarchy ever be properly restored. And that is why the Kingdom of Quel'Thalas has no king. So what do you think about the succession? Flavius thinks he would be a great king since he is handsome and loves to rule. I tried to tell him this is not how it works, but maybe he knows Sindora customs better than me. As for me, we may meet again pretty soon. Or not. I like to explore the corners of despair. You may leave your own questions in the comments and I may even answer them. And thank you for watching my first video. Till the next we meet,